Continuing with lesson 8 in Algebra 1, we're going to go with areas of circles. Area of a circle is, we draw it kind of like that to show that we're doing area of a circle, pi r squared. Okay, so you just memorize that. And so example 8.6 says that the radius of a circle is 3. And to find the area, we're going to take pi. What did I say? The radius is 3. We're going to square it, or 9 pi. I like 9 pi, but the book in this case wants you to multiply it with your calculator times whatever pi is, 3.1415, whatever. Just hit the pi button on your calculator, multiply it by 9, and you get somewhere around 28.26 square centimeters. This next one, example 8.7, says the area of the circle is 25. So the area is pi r squared, and what they've given you is the area. And what they're interested in is what is the radius. How big around is this circle if the area is 25? Well, we take 25, and let's just rewrite this thing right now. We need to divide both sides by pi because we're trying to find what r is. So we're trying to get rid of everything but r. So 25 divided by pi is going to be 7.96. Boy, I'm smart. I can just figure that out, right? Pi over pi is 1, so that equals r squared. And then in order to get r, because of this squared right here, I'm assuming you did this earlier in pre-algebra, that if you have an r squared, if you want to get rid of this 2, you take the square root of both sides, and this just becomes r then. So r equals the square root of 7.96, and the square root of 7.96 is 2.82. So that's my radius. So this is example 8.8. And again, we're going to have to draw some figures in here that we're familiar with. Looks like we have a triangle right there. And we have a half circle right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the area of this rectangle. Then we'll find the area of the triangle. And then we'll find the area of the half circle and add them all up. Okay, so let's make all that go away. Not too much of it. Okay, so let's find the area of the triangle. Well, I know it's 7 from here to here. So that means this is 5 from that. So that means this is 2. So my length of my base is 2. And how high is it? Well, if the radius is 2, then it's 2 to here, and it's 2 down there. So the whole length of it is going to be 4. So my area of my triangle is going to be 1/2 base times height, or 1/2 2 times 4. So that's going to give me 4. So the area of this triangle is going to be 4. Let's look at the area of the rectangle. The rectangle is 5 long, and we already figured out the height of the triangle was 4, so it's going to be 4 high. So 5 times 4 is 20. So we're going to add 20, and that gives us this much and the triangle so far. Now what we need to do is find the area of the circle? Well, we know a circle is, whoops, might help if I use area of a circle is pi r squared. And we know the r is 2, so it would be pi 2 squared, or 4 pi. 2 times 2 is 4. So that would be the area of the circle. And if I took my handy-dandy calculator and found out what 4 times pi is, I would get, oops, let's make an equal sign here, I would get 12.57-ish. Okay, so that's the area of the circle, but wait, there's more. I have a half a circle, not a full circle, so I need to divide that by 2. So it's actually 6.28 for the half circle. So 4, area of the triangle, plus the area of the rectangle, plus the area of the half circle. And when I add those up, I get 24 plus 12.57 gives me 36.57 square inches. So that's what I get. This next section has to do with the areas of parallelograms, which is what we've got there on the big picture, and trapezoids, which is down here on the bottom, bouncing around. So we'll kind of keep that out of the way right now. Areas of parallelograms and trapezoids, there are formulas for those, but we don't really use them very much, so there's no sense in really teaching you the formula. So what we do instead is we take our parallelogram, and a parallelogram is, by definition, 4 sides, opposite sides are parallel to each other, and therefore the same length. So these are 8 and these are 5. Notice the height of this is 4 because it works the same as a triangle. If we extend this line out, notice the 90-degree angle. That's the height. That is not the height. You don't just take 8 times 5 and get 40. So to find a parallelogram, what we need to do is we need to take that parallelogram and divide it into something we know. So I'm going to divide it into a triangle. Okay, that triangle is not real pretty, but it'll work for what we're doing. So if we find the area of one part of the triangle and the area of the second part of the triangle and add those areas up, we'll get the area of the parallelogram. So let's go ahead and do that. So on the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. This is the base. So the area of this triangle is 1/2 times 8. And how high is it? It's 4. Multiply those out, and I get 1/2 of 8 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So the area of 1/2 of that is 16. So this one is 16. Now we're going to do the other one. Well, it's also 8, and the height is also 4 of the A1. So it's going to be 16 as well. So the area of the two together is going to be 32 square centimeters, square inches, depending on whatever unit of measure you're using. All right, so that's a parallelogram. Let's look at my trapezoid. I have hidden away here for good times now. Okay, we're going to divide this one up as well. I kind of like this purple, because purple you can see on white and black. See, you can see it down here just as well. All right, anyway, it's late at night and I'm talking to myself, sorry. We've got the area of that part and the area of that part. All right, so let's look at what we've got. The area of the entire trapezoid is going to be the area of the one part plus the area of the second part. Well, let's look at the first part here. First part, how high is it? Well, if we extend this and make a 90-degree angle, it will be this distance from here to here, which we find over here is 4. So the area, the first area is 1/2 BH, or 1/2 the base, which is, in this case, we're doing this one up here, so the base is 9 times 4, which is going to be 18. So the area of A1 is going to be 18. Now we're going to try to find the area of 2. So see, this worked with the 18. Now we need to find a number that we're going to add to that. So we're going to look at this part of the triangle. Well, my base is 15, so I've still got the 1/2 base times height. So 1/2 of 15 times the height is 4. That did not change. And we have 1/2. We have 15 times 4 is 60, and then we take half of that is 30. So my area of A2 is going to be 30. So we're going to put a 30 there. So my total area is going to be 18 plus 30, which is 48. And I'm done. That is lesson number 8.